So there was this group of kids walking down the street. They weren't old enough to drive, which is why they were walking. There was 7 or 8 of them. They were trying to find this party. Nobody knew exactly where it was, but they all heard from somebody else that there was a party in this neighborhood. And as they were walking, they felt a presence behind them. And all of them felt it, but none of them wanted to say it out loud because they would realize if they turned to each other and motioned and mentioned what was behind them, they would turn and look, and if there was indeed somebody or something behind them, it would make it more real. It was one of those times where you hope that this is just a hallucination, but you're terrified to turn around and make this real. And when she left the hospital, she had just missed the last train because as she was walking out of the hallway, the doctor came up behind her, grabbed her on the shoulder, and said, "I need your help." And so, of course, she wouldn't have helped him, but by the time they were finished, she went outside and the trains were all finished for the night. And so she started walking to where she could find a taxi. And it's one of those times when you feel like there's somebody right behind you and you're afraid to turn around and look. Maybe when you were a kid, you would hide under the covers from the monster because if you looked and saw the monster, it would make it real. But as long as you didn't look at him, you were safe. But that didn't change the fact that there's something behind you right now, and you're hoping that maybe this is just a hallucination. But as you continue to build up that hallucination in your mind, that presence is getting closer and closer behind you. And the nurse didn't feel the blade slice open her artery on her neck. It was a very effective cut. And she started to become dizzy before she felt the wetness of the blood spreading down the front of her nurse uniform. And those kids never made it to the party. They found them the next morning. Pieces of their bodies spread all over town.